Hi, my name is Kaylee Duran, and this is my final project. So, I chose this project because I was curious and I enjoy drinking tea. And my research question was, do you drink hot tea? The data represents the percent of Americans who drink hot tea, and the alpha is 0.05 because it is the standard. So, my sampling method was I made a Google form and I posted it onto social medias like Reddit and Discord. The population is all Americans. The sample is 68 randomly selected people. And then to avoid bias, I let the Google form be completely anonymous. When I posted the link, I made sure that it was to a very large and diverse group of Americans. And once again, the question asked was, do you drink hot tea? And then here is a picture of the graph. So the majority of people said no. 64.7% of people said they do not drink tea. And 35.3% of people said they do drink hot tea. And then this is the data. So 24 people said yes and 44 people said no, total being 68 people. The majority of those sampled said no, 65% of people. So 44 out of 68. The percent of those sampled that said yes is 35%, 24 out of 68. So my HO is P is equal to 15. The proportion of Americans who drink hot tea is 15%. My HA is P is greater than 15, so the proportion of Americans who drink hot tea is greater than 15%, and this is my citation for the 15%. So, does this pass the three conditions? So, condition 1 is it random and independent? The data was collected randomly, so that passes. Condition 2, large sample, all Americans, is greater than 10 times 68, which is 680, so that passes as well. And then condition 3, when you plug in N and P into those two formulas, you get 10.2 and 57.8. So, those are larger than 10, so that passes as well. So, all conditions are met. And then here are my calculations. So when I plugged it into the SE formula, we get 0.043. When I plugged it into the Z formula, I got 4.69, and then my p-value is 0.000013896, which is basically 0. And then my calculations, when I put it into the calculator, this is what I get. My test statistic is 4.68, as we can see right here. And my p-value is what I said before, it's basically 0. It's this number right here has 5 zeros in front of it. And then this is a picture of what that looks like on a graph. So compared to our alpha, since the p-value is 0.00001389, basically 0, that means that it is smaller than alpha, which is 0.05. Therefore, we will reject HO. We reject HO. There is statistically significant evidence to reject HO. We conclude that the proportion of Americans who drink hot tea is greater than 15%. And then our confidence interval. So our confidence interval is 95%. This is our p hat, plus or minus, z star, and se. And then when we plug in those numbers, we get these two numbers. As we can see, we're on the right track because when I plugged it into the calculator, this is what I got. And this is that in a sentence. We are 95% confident that the proportion of Americans who drink hot tea is between 26.57% and 43.43%. My reflection. So, before the start of this project, I was not sure how I would even get this done. Now I can confidently say that Americans don't like hot tea too much. When I first started doing my research, I was going to do what percentage of people drink tea in general, but I switched it to hot tea because it seemed more debatable. Upon research, I found out that in general, 80% of Americans drink both iced and hot tea, but upon more investigating, apparently only 15% drink hot tea. I thought that was way too low for a popular drink like tea. I'm glad I looked into it, and this project was really interesting and fun. Thank you so much for listening, and you guys have a great day.